Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Plainly Bitcoin back with another Bitcoin video, educating you guys on the cryptocurrency market. Trying to show you guys, educate you guys, trying to let you guys know that crypto is the future. Crypto is the new financial rails that we're going to be navigating on in the next 100 years. The fiat system, the dollar, the US dollar, is not doing too well. They have no choice but to print money, and we need a hedge so we can keep our purchasing power, so the money that we work for today is worth more tomorrow. Today we're going to be talking about Ethereum. Ethereum is the second largest crypto right after Bitcoin. Ethereum was made because Bitcoin is really, for right now, it's very difficult to build on, and it's made solely just for payments. And Bitcoin is main focus is security and securing transactions. And in crypto, you have like three main focuses. You have security, decentralization, and transactions per second. It's something like that, but they can only do two. They can never do all three. It's like security, transactions per second. But basically, Bitcoin thrives in security. That's the main thing. Security makes sure that the transactions are going to be, there's nothing going to be wrong with the transactions, which is why it's so valuable. People with Bitcoin could transact from peer to peer without a third party, and it's also decentralized. But there's other cryptos like Solana that sacrifice security in order to do transactions per second. And with Ethereum focuses a lot on security, but they've recently switched to a proof of stake. They used to be proof of work, but now they're proof of stake. They used to be proof of work just like Bitcoin, so they value security for most of their lifetime, but now they switched to proof of stake, so they could do more transactions, and they're able to save energy and stuff like that. But basically, one of the things, like the main thing, reason why Ethereum was made is they're able to have like smart contracts, which is like, you could look at Ethereum like the internet. Ethereum is easy and cost effective to make decentralized apps on Ethereum. Bitcoin is very hard to do, so that's why people came out with Ethereum. And right now, Ethereum really has a stranglehold over the whole altcoin market. If you look at the list, if you go to coinmarket.com, a lot of those coins are on Ethereum. And right now, Ethereum is like really the main cryptocurrency, but there's other competitors like Solana, and really Solana is like the main one that's just getting a lot of attention, and they're getting a lot of users because their system can do a lot of transactions per second. But there's been like a lot of times where Solana has had to stop, had to pause, because they was getting too many transactions per second, and they're not decentralized like how Ethereum is. Ethereum is more decentralized, which makes it more secure, and that's what you want in your blockchain. You want your blockchain to be decentralized, so there's no single point of failure, and then it's less likely for someone to hack or take advantage of. So that's a little bit about the Ethereum and the reason why it was created. Because it's easy to build decentralized apps on compared with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is way harder because of the security and because that's just not really what it's made for. All right, y'all, let's get into this video. Let's get into this article. Ethereum dApps volume rises 36% in a week. Will ETH price follow? Interactions with Ethereum dApps are soaring, but ETH price has failed to react. ETH has gained 7.5% since its drop to 2,400 on August 27th, but the 22% decline over the past 30 days indicates that investors remain uneasy with their positions. While Ethereum's network activity is increasing, Ethereum's price has yet to show signs of reclaiming the 3,800 level seen in early June. You see, ETH has been doing very good in activity, but the price isn't really showing it because there's other competitors now like Solana. So, but like I said at the beginning of the video, ETH, people are still using ETH though. Lackluster spot ETH ETF demand partially explains ETH weakness. The situation is even more concerning given that the altcoin market capitalization has decreased by 30% over the past 30 days, meaning ETH has underperformed its peers. This movement can partly be attributed to the overblown expectations surrounding the anticipation launch of a spot ETF in the US on July 24th. However, there is more to the story as ETH was trading at 3,200 as recently as April 24th. Ether bulls are placing their hopes on the recent price drop in Ethereum's average transaction fee, which fell below $1 for the first time in 4 years, combined with the successful reliance on layer 2 solutions for projects requiring higher throughput. Ethereum dominance in decentralized applications remains unchallenged. ETH bears argue that competing chains which offer lower fees on the base layer provide a simpler user experience for newcomers. In reality, most users are not concerned about the higher centralization on Tron or BNB chain or the excessive cost of running a Solana validator. The success of ETH's own layer 2 solution base indicates that users value direct access to Coinbase more than self-sovereignty. ETH network TVL and volumes on the rise. Regardless of whether ETH price benefits from its layer 2 ecosystem, the total value locked on the ETH network has been rising. According to DeFi Llama, the total amount deposited in ETH dApps increased to 18.9 million ETH, a 4% rise from 2 weeks earlier. In contrast, Tron's TVL declined by 10% in Tron terms during the same period, while deposits on Avalanche fell by 4%. Symbiotic, a recently launched staking project on the ETH network, showed that the most significant TVL growth over the past 2 weeks, rising 83% to 640,000 ETH. Similarly, total deposits on ETH-Fi liquid staking protocol grew by 15%. However, it would be misleading to claim that ETH's network activity has grown solely by analyzing its TVL, as most dApps do not require large deposit bases. In terms of network activity, ETH's DApp volumes increased by 36% between July 22nd and July 29th, primarily driven by the decentralized exchange Uniswap, which saw a 35% increase to 30 billion, and the automated market maker Balancer, whose volume rose 46% to 18.1 billion according to DApp Radar. In comparison, DApp volumes on the Solana network have stagnated at around 6.3 billion per week. Declining number of active addresses and transactions. However, not all aspects of Ethereum's network activity has been positive since August 22nd. For example, the number of active addresses interacting with dApps remained flat, while the total number of transactions declined by 8%. In contrast, BNB Chain saw a 7% increase in active addresses, while Solana gained 10% more users during the same time period. ETH performance is also being held back by lackluster flows into spot Ethereum ETF funds, which have seen net outflows of 107 million over the past 2 weeks, according to data from Farside Investors. This data highlights the lack of interest from institutional investors despite the bullish momentum for similar Bitcoin spot ETF instruments, which recorded 523 million in net inflows over the same period. Ultimately, there are no clear signs of excitement within the Ethereum network that would justify a significant increase in Ether's price. Critics may argue that the decline in ETH's average transaction fee below $1 is still not enough, especially considering that competitors like BNB Chain and Solana offer substantially lower costs. In the end, the data suggests that Ether's price is not directly correlated with on-chain activity. Yeah, see, that's why I stay with Bitcoin, because there's so much competition, and like Bitcoin has no competition. Ethereum is like is the OG in this smart contract platform, cryptocurrencies type of thing. But Ethereum took a different route. They noticed that there's a lot of people starting these layer twos, which will help with transaction fees and everything, but it's kind of clunky. If you're on Ethereum, then you gotta go to Polygon or like another cryptocurrency to get better transaction fees. But a lot of people don't want to go back and forth like that. People thought that it was going to be like more easier way, it's going to be more seamless, but that hasn't been the case up to now. That's why Solana and BNB chain, they're taking some market share away, because people could just go straight to those chains and it'll be seamless. They don't have to worry about the transaction fees. But like this article said, people are still using Ethereum. There's still loyal people that are using Ethereum. There's still people that value transaction decentralization over like centralization. You have people that value certain things, and like this article was saying, there hasn't been really no new ETH wallets being made, but the activity is up, the TVL is up. People are locking like the total value, like people have Ether locked in like in protocols and apps and dApps on the Bitcoin on the Ethereum network. That's still killing it. So basically I'm saying they're still loyal. The people that started on Ethereum are still on Ethereum. They haven't really jumped ship, because like this article said, that the network activity is rising, but but new wallets aren't really being made on ETH. They're being made on other chains like Solana. You know, just if you want to make a lot of money in investing, you have to just really do your research. You have to really just start off with Bitcoin. This is not financial advice, but Bitcoin is way different than all these other coins. Bitcoin has a lot of qualities that a lot of these coins don't have, which is a cap a cap supply, the brand, Bitcoin as a brand. It's proven itself like it's good at what it does, and it's the only thing like a peer-to-peer network that is secure, it can't be hacked. Like, that's Bitcoin. A lot of Ethereum has been hacked. It's the markets, the supply is like, it's not capped. And it's not as decentralized as Bitcoin. But people are using it, and there's an ETH ETF, which means that Wall Street is interested in it, so the price will go up. But you have to diversify. Guarantee over a long period of time the price will go up if you keep it in there long enough. Like I said, this is not a get rich quick. You have to put your money in and leave it. So like right now, I'm trying to say this is not financial advice, but if you're trying to invest, you should put most of your money in Bitcoin, and then when you make money with Bitcoin, or just put money in, a little bit of money in these other ones that still have to prove themselves, but you have to leave it in there for 2 or more years. This is not a get rich quick, but this is new technology that we need for sure. That's gonna do it for this video, y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe button, leave a comment for your boy, and I'll see you on the next one. See you.